Okay, right. Now we're going to go on to the headline for this evening. So tonight we've got On the Red Couch, sponsored by Beats by Dr. Dre. On the Red Couch is a format where we bring creatives, interdisciplinary experts to the stage. And tonight we have the wonderful Oumi Janta, who I'm sure you've seen on social media, roller skating from an early age and becoming a viral hit, building a really, really strong fan base, and apparently also selling out roller skates globally, which is quite a feat. I also can't wait to go to roller disco now. And our moderator for this evening is Amanda, who is the co-founder of Playful Magazine. There are copies around, so check it out. Playful is a really, really cool publication. They're really active members of the community. You'll also get to see Philip later this evening. So also say hello to the wonderful Playful founders. Without further ado, I'm going to hand the microphone over. Please welcome to the stage Oumi and Amanda.
It's for you, I think. Yeah? So good. Oh my God, here's my voice. Hello.
Hello.
Look at this. People are sitting without masks and everything. This could never happen a year ago. It's so exciting.
Yeah, it's different, but really, really cool to see
Right?
everyone. Yes.
But speaking of, like now it's suddenly fall. How was your summer?
So this summer was incredible because it was the first time, because last year I didn't have the chance to go to travel, the Skate Love Festival, and I went there. Some skate friends from London, from LA, they also were there, and we had an amazing time. I always say when I go to the festival, it's the best summer experience, and yeah, I'm really, really happy that I had the chance to go this year.
Yeah, and Barcelona as well. I think I saw you.
It was Barcelona, but all in all, I stayed 3 weeks because I had a job there before, and then I just said, you know what, I just stay and just enjoy time and just forget about reality or normal life. Yeah.
So good, because I remember last time we spoke, you told me about the time just right after the video turned viral and how that completely turned your life upside down in just overnight.
Yes.
Have you ever come across the feeling of like imposter syndrome? Since like the feeling you can get super overwhelmed sometimes and tend to like analyze yourself very much. And since you were put in the spotlight by overnight, did you ever feel like you doubted yourself or your capacity? Or
I think I didn't analyze myself, but I definitely doubt myself because it was a lot of pressure from one day to another. It was like, pop, and then all the eyes. I had a feeling, like to visualize it, I had a feeling I couldn't see all the eyes, but the eyes could see me. So, and I always skated and I always posted my videos and stuff like that. And then a question, what do people want to see now? Do they want to see the same thing what they saw in this viral video? Because I also skate other styles and so many questions. And this was the first time I felt like that. So maybe I had this syndrome for a small time, but maybe not, I don't know. But I definitely know I had a lot of pressure and it was tough, but also a cool time, but also a tough time, yeah.
do you know like how you got through it? Was it just time passing by and you getting used to it, or like?
I think definitely time, but also, I just kept skating and said, that's what I do, and if you don't want to see it, you can go.
I love that. So if we go back in time a bit, now everyone who thinks about roller skating thinks about Oumi. So you are like a forefront of the scene. But you also started as a newbie at some point.
Yes, definitely.
Do you want to tell us like about when, where, and how everything started?
Mm-hmm. I don't even know how long was it. I don't know. I think maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I I wanted to meet a friend and I didn't know what to do. And how it normally is, you go through Berlin and there's some posters, and then there was one poster saying, roller disco, first time of the year, Huxley's Neue Welt am Hermannplatz. And I was like, okay, so let's go there. But in my imagination, I thought we just, go around and that's it. But when I ended up there, I saw all the people dancing in the middle of the room and just vibing and everything. And there was a 60-year-old guy doing his turns and spins, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's so cool. I want to do that too. And since that day, I also took some lessons for 1 year when I was studying, and then I stopped. Not just because of money reasons, also I wanted to, I just wanted to feel the beat more. And I want to drop on the beat when I want to drop on the beat. So at these lessons, it was more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn, and I just wanted to, dance. Yeah,
do your own thing. Okay, cool. And then you did.
Yes.
We all know that. It also seems like this, at least for me, who also lives in Berlin, I saw that people started to buy them, and it kind of felt like during the lockdown, you could see people roller skating everywhere, just popped up. It's the perfect sport to do because you can do it individually, but it's also perfect to do it outside.
Yes.
So it was super good during the lockdown or quarantine or pandemic. Many names. But if you look at it from a little outside perspective, where do you think it will take off from here? Do you think that it will grow even further, or if so, how?
I mean, I would be happy if it would grow further. I mean, the differences between, for example, Germany and US, they all have roller rinks, what Germany doesn't have. So it would be cool to see maybe a roller rink popping up, or the sport being more normal, like seen as a normal sport and not just as an exotic thing. What I mean with that is being accepted in mainstream sports as well. Maybe, for example, kiddos can do that when they have school, and it's like a school element, so they can take the sports class and roller skating. That would be dope. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember we also talked a little bit last time about this kind of the parks and all these spaces, that it's something that you are very much promoting to keep.
Yes, yes.
I guess that's also a big part of the roller community in some way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for us, it's really, really important that more and more people have the chance to start and see how nice and cool this is. And I think if you see it from an outsider and you see someone skating, you think, that's so cool. But you think it's easy because it looks easy, it's flowy. But when you start and when you have it on your foot, you realize you're Bambi again, and then you have to do everything. It's not just learning how to skate, it's also learn how to dance. So we in our skate community, we are really, really happy when people keep on roller skating and not give up, because in the beginning it can be really, really, now I'm searching for a word, it can be maybe frustrating because you have something in your mind, how you want to look like, but then you need some time to get there.
Yeah. I guess everyone who has TikTok knows this feeling. But yeah, for sure. You're getting like self-concerned.
Yes.
Like you see yourself and you get self-aware, very self-aware, one of a sudden.
I think it's a little bit the pressure, also.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. Exactly. Looking at your videos and suddenly you're like, I'm going to nail it. And then you are like...
It takes time, a lot of time, and you have to fall, and it's normal.
Yeah. So, like, you have lived in Berlin pretty much always, but today Berlin is such a creative hub where we can see that there's so many artists here, but there's also a lot of people from the startup scene. Do you think that these two are connected in some way? I mean, like new ideas grow from creative inputs and these kind of things, or do you believe that? Yeah, why do you believe that people feel creative in Berlin? It feels like a little bit more so than other places, maybe.
So first of all, with me growing up, for me the city was always creative, but it has a lot to do with the history, you know, and because after the wall there was a lot of space, but with a lot of space people could do their stuff and be creative, and this fact I totally forgot, because I think I was taught by that in school, but totally forgot about that fact. And I think the more creative people are in a city, the more will come, and it's like a magnet, and it's beautiful to be in a pool of beautiful, open-minded. I mean, open-minded people, and and just share a nice vibe in a city like Berlin.
Yeah. Exactly. You fuel each other somehow. Definitely. Yeah. And you said you have always seen that within Berlin.
Yeah. So I grew up here. I mean, I'm here in Berlin since I'm 2 months old. So for me, it's normal to see creative things. And I wasn't really aware of that. I was like, yeah, Berlin is so open. You can do this and that, and yes. And of course, for someone who just entered Berlin, it's like, Bob. And that made me realize that again.
Yeah. And today you're a big role model in the city. And as a role model, but is there something that you wish you told yourself before becoming famous and a big role model? Is there something you wish you told yourself, or that you wish you knew before you were put in the spotlight?
I think first of all, do I feel like a role model? I mean, it's cool when people think that, but it's also hard for me to see, okay, am I famous? I don't know, but I think no, there's nothing, because it's good how it was and how I experienced some things, because it's normal and I'm human, you know. And it was a lot in the beginning, but I learned from it so much, and I'm gonna take that with me. And I didn't know that I can be introvert. I didn't know that, because when that all started, there was a time where I just wanted to hide, and maybe it came also with the fact that we had Corona and we were used to being, you know, with less people. But I learned that, and I also learned that things need time to get used to, and also it's really important to have your ground and stay with yourself. And I learned that, and I don't want to change anything. Yeah.
You follow the flow. It feels like you're always like very
I just
much
follow the flow and just see where where the past brings me. Yeah.
I think that's a gift. Like, I think that's something that also makes people very drawn to you and to your energy, the energy you put out there, because you can really sense. I mean, during the lockdown, for example, I was watching your videos so often, especially when I came into like scarcity, kind of mindset. I could look of the ease in your videos and the whole like presence you have of just like, I am here right now, and this is what I do, and I like this, and this is for everyone. And I think that's just like.
It was also not easy to get there, because when I started roller skating, it's not just with roller skating, it's maybe with everything you do outside, and people can look at you what you're doing, but maybe they don't hear what you listen to, like what music do you have on your ear. So in the beginning I was like, I had my music and I was dancing, and I think 6 years ago people were standing and watching me, and I was like, why are you looking at me? Just mind your business, do the thing. And I went so crazy for it, because I felt uncomfortable, and I was not confident enough to keep on dancing outside, and this comes within the years that you don't care anymore, and you're just in the bubble and you just do your thing. Yeah.
How did you get there, though? Like, did it just happen?
I think it's time. With some people, it takes longer. With some people, it's faster. But you just have to do this and just do your thing, because in the end of the day, it's your time, it's your vibe at the moment, and you have to ask yourself, I mean, of course you're outside. You can't force people not to look, or you have to do your thing. Yeah.
Yes. And you're also a mentor, and you have been even before the video turned for a couple of years now, right?
You mean a teacher? Or
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think 2 years ago I started. Yeah. When I quit my job, I started doing classes, and that was the beginning. And when I look back now, it's quite funny, because I remember my first student, and I was with her and alone. It's like, yay, let's do this. And then it took a long time, because I was also struggling, because I was asking myself, do people actually want to do that, or people don't know about it? And it's hard. It's hard in the beginning, because sometimes it's just one person or two or it's nobody. And but yeah, it went like woo woo woo, and yeah.
But I also love that even though you're traveling a lot right now, you are still prioritizing to be a teacher. Why is that important to you?
Because I think I like it to just show people how to roller skate is beautiful, and also to give people the chance to join the classes. So I also had, for example, people surround me, also friends, saying, why are your classes so cheap, or what is that? And the thing is just, it's also a culture, and I don't want to exploit the culture at the same time, but also I know it's me who's doing it. But I remember when I wanted to do the classes, I didn't have money when I was a student. So I think we have to see, and actually the classes I just do because I love to do it. And yeah, and then I travel around, do my jobs.
Yeah, because you also, that kind of maybe explains why you also do the virtual classes. Like, you teach also sometimes in your videos, you do new.
Yeah.
So that's for free for everyone.
Yeah. Basically.
But what's your kind of vision for the skate community here, but also everywhere in the rest of the world?
You mean my vision, or the vision of other roller skaters?
No, I'm only interested in yours.
I think my vision is, I think, like I said before, to make it maybe more bigger and more mainstream, or just better accessible for all people. And I'm just, actually, I don't know what will happen. I'm just sitting here and hoping. I just have imaginations, but of course I don't know what will happen with this culture, because maybe it's going wild, and you see it on televisions, and I don't know, with everything is here, and then it goes like this. I don't know what will happen with this, but I'm actually really, really curious what will happen.
Yeah, me too. A lot of people here, and even me, have pretty much 9-to-5 jobs. You also did before you quitted and pursued your dream. What would you say is the importance of giving yourself some new oxygen, or some in various playful ways, but relaxing a bit and not taking your business or your day job too serious?
I think the first start is to ask yourself, why are you here? What do you want to do? Do you want to wake up and think, oh, I have to go to work? Do you want to do that for the rest of your life? And I think this life is so precious. And even though when you have a, how did you call it, 24/7 job?
Oh,
wait.
That would be a lot. But yeah, 9 to 5.
9 to 5. Yeah. A 9 to 5 job. So when you have a 9 to 5 job, it doesn't mean that it's something bad. You can still try to find a balance, and not to dedicate your whole life within the job. and also just see as a job as something you do, but also find a passion you can dedicate to your life. Because it was quite interesting. I don't know if it was Holland. There was, I don't know. I watched a documentation, and someone said over there it's like when you ask someone, "What are you doing?" They don't say what they do for work. They just say, "Oh, I climb and I also do this and that is actually a cool mindset." Yeah, I don't know if some of you is from Holland, but that's what I got from the documentary.
That's super interesting, because actually I felt that way in Berlin. And I remember one of my first club experiences after moving here, like in Sweden, if we say what do you do, it's what you do, what kind of work do you do, what role do you have within that job. And I met two people who came up to me, and we started talking, and we had an awesome vibe. And then they asked me, then I asked them, "What do you do?" And they were like, "What do you mean?" And in that second, it hit me. I was like, "Oh my God, this is such a terrible question." So I was like, "Think fast, Amanda." I was like, "Do you like pottery?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." They were just being nice. But I mean, that's really a profound moment of why I really like Berlin. So yeah. I also know that music is like very important for you, and even like you are a big role model when it comes to music as well, because you always seem to find the perfect vibe. You put on the vibe. I guess you are also like setting up the playlists on Tempelhofer a lot. Even when I go to Tempelhofer, people bring like this huge solid speaker, so it's like something that is super important for the community. How important would you say that music is for you, but also for the jam skating?
So for me, if I roller skate or jam skate without music, is so boring. It's not the same, because we have like an insider joke when you for example come at the field, and then you're like, "Oh, I forgot my headphones," and then you can't vibe at the same way you as if you have your music with you. But yeah, it's really important, because for me it kind of sets my movements, and I also can express myself more. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like energy. It gives me energy, and then I can also express energy and vibe. Yeah. And for the skating community, of course, it's really important. I mean, we have roller discos, and without music, this would be just, you would just hear, how do you call it? SMR? Like the stuff you hear on the YouTube, and you just hear noises. SMR?
I don't know, but I know what you mean. SMR? I don't know what it's named, actually.
Thank you, ASMR. ASMR. And then you would just hear the wheels. Yeah.
It ruins part of the experience, I guess.
Yeah.
How do you even find your songs? Like, is that natural gift, or?
I think my songs are totally, I mean, I don't know what you think, but my songs, that tells a lot from which year I am. And I love 2000 songs, or hip hop, or the 90s TLC, or also these, I don't know, just old songs. I love them, and maybe that's what people like, because it reminds them from the past. And it's always the same, you know. When your parents heard songs from their past, you were like, ew. But when people from your same age hear this music from the past, they're like, wow, it's so cool, and gives me vibes. But yeah,
that's true. Well, you kind of learned to like my parents' music as well, but didn't.
Yeah, but when you grow older, then you know. But when you're a teenager, you refuse just because.
100%. But I know that everyone always asks you, so like, can't you make a playlist? And I just want to like highlight that one more time, that you actually do have a playlist.
I have.
plenty of playlists.
I have, yeah. I have a lot of them, and I posted them so many times already, but I still get asked for it. But yeah, it's you just press Oumi Janta, and then you have your playlist. Yeah.
Yes, so go to the link in bio on Instagram to follow. Thank you so much, Oumi.
Thank you so much.
Let's do some Q&As if anyone have any questions.
Should I pick the first?
Here we go. Hello, I'm sneaking in. My name is Philip. I'm also from Playful Magazine, together with Amanda. And yeah, I just want to have you all to give a big round of applause for our panel tonight. It's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. And I also want to say I'm a big fan of Oumi's playlist. We did it on the shoot when we had you on the cover. Grab magazine, and yeah, she was having the best playlist and made us feel all comfortable. So it was good. So I'm here to actually give the microphone to you guys in the audience. So I hope you've prepared your questions, because now you have the time to not slide into your DMs, but to be able to ask them in person. So if there's anyone, raise your hands. We have a couple. Yeah, I saw that you were first. Let's start here.
Thank you. It was so beautiful and inspiring to listen to you, and I can relate to so much you said. But I want to ask you a question, because I think everybody in the audience and everybody in the world went through many transitions in these past 2 years. I don't know how many months, but it was more or less 2 years. I would like to ask you, what was the biggest one that happened for you? Was it internal one or a physical, external one? Would you like to share?
Let me check. Let me rewind. 2 years, you say, huh? Okay. I think also that fact that I had, after the viral video, of course. But I think the biggest change I had, therefore I have to rewind a little bit more. And
started longer ago.
Yeah, it started long ago, and actually it happened also when I went to Norway doing studies. That changed me a lot, and it sounds so cheesy, but I went on a hill with a hytte, like a cabin, and I saw the Milky Way, and I was like, oh my God, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this in life. But it sounds so cheesy, but that actually changed a little bit in my head, in my mindset as well. And I also, and also when I started working, I was like, I want to feel the way how I felt up on the hill. Why am I working here? So it doesn't make me happy. No, it doesn't make me happy. I mean, I love designing, but I don't know. And then I just clicked and stopped. Yeah, and did something new, even though it was risky.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
So I saw that we had some more questions over here, maybe? Yeah. If it was not exactly the same question. I don't think so.
Surprise. So, based on what you've spoken about today and what I've read from your magazine article, what are your visions for the role in social media in being able to promote or propagate a subculture? And I guess, like an extension, what do you reckon the role of automation would be in that, like in terms of being able to curate a Spotify playlist, for example?
So you mean, what else do I vision with it? Okay.
Like in terms of how we can go on from post-lockdown.
Yeah, I think, so maybe it's a little bit off topic, but what I noticed a lot is that, of course, people started roller skating during the pandemic, and then they selling their skates again, So I mean, I think what we can also learn about is that don't give up too fast, and don't do something just because it's cool right now. Like, ask yourself why you do things. And also, I think when I look further into the future, I would love to see people be more engaged to things, not just roller skating, just to like finding their passion. And if it's roller skating, that's beautiful. And I think if it's roller skating, I think the culture can grow much more. And I personally wish that in Germany it would be bigger. And also the mindset would change, because I realized also that many people see roller skating as a female thing, which I think it isn't, because this is what I see just in Germany. I don't know why it is like that. If you look over to UK or to LA, there are just like so many males also roller skating, and here I wish that people are more open and just try out things. Yeah.
It's a bit like like elsewhere in Europe. I noticed that skating is seen as more feminine.
Yeah, and I don't know why. And maybe it's just in their head. Maybe it's from Hooters. I don't know. We don't even have Hooters here. Remember Hooters? I don't know. But I have the feeling it's getting so sexualized, and it's actually it's more than that, and it's actually not that. It's just, you know, it should be. I wish there would be more respect and more open-minded thoughts about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, we have a couple of minutes more if there is anyone else having a question. Yes, please.
Hey babes.
Hello.
Hey babes. I really love your social media because it's so authentic and I can really see you in it, and that's what I think is so endearing and wonderful about it. And I've met other influencers and people with big followings, and I think sticking to the values of yourself and being authentic is really an important thing, but it's also working now in social media. Do you manage your own, and do you ever find it overwhelming staring at a phone or a computer and going, oh, forever?
I manage on my own. That's really important for me. And yes, so it's weird. I have this curve. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm posting so much, and then I have so many stories, and da-da-da. And then sometimes like, I can't be sorry, I can't be ours to I can't be ours to do anything right now, and I don't want to show myself on the camera, and I don't want to post anything. I just, you know, for me as well, privacy is so important, and people don't have to see everything from me. It's like, do you even want to see that things? I mean, do you want to see how I choose a cream from a shelf in the supermarket and oh yeah, I'm getting this one, and then now I have to do this and that? I can't do this. Maybe it's because of my age. TikTok is also overwhelming for me. I don't know. But I try to, I mean, for the Instagram algorithm, you have to post, you have to do these things to grow. And I know my manager is sitting there, and I remember last year he said, you have to post, then you can reach your 1 million. It's like, I can't do it right now. And then, yeah, and here we are. I don't have the million, but I'm totally fine, and I'm just posting when I want to post. And yeah, I think that's the most important thing.
All right. More hands up. We have one over there, and we have one over there, and one over there. We're going to start over here because, yeah, you're the host already, so we're going to wait with you.
Hi, my question kind of ties into the last question. So obviously roller skating started as a passion for you, and then it grew into a job. So my question is, what's your advice for people when your like passion or hobby becomes your job? How do you maintain it as a passion?
That's a really nice and interesting question. And I think, first of all, I want to say it's a beautiful thing that you can earn money out of your hobby, out of your passion. But at the same time, you have to set your own boundaries and take your own time. And for example, in my case, I try to skate just me, myself, not at the field. I try to avoid it because that, for some reason, it's no privacy anymore, because I really have to set boundaries here, and then it means, okay, I'm gonna skate and learn some new tricks because I'm also a student still, and go to a room and just skate. And then when I feel like, I'm going out at the field and just have fun, or I have to work. So it's really, 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 really important that you set your own time and, breathe and just do your thing. Otherwise, your hobby gets work, and then this is no fun anymore. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run over here for you. There we go.
Hi, Oumi.
Hi.
First of all, thank you so much for giving us the chance to listen and see you today. As a student myself, I'm really related to what you said about not having enough money to participate or to start something that you would love to do. So I wanted to ask you, do you have any advice about how to solve this problem?
Yeah. That's reality. Reality kicks in again. So I think, so when I remember, I was broke as hell. Well, also during study times, and I know how it is, how annoying it is. And I think, there's always a way to kind of pursue your passions. And I think sometimes it's heavy and you can't do it, but you can still make time for other things maybe. And it's shit. This world is just about money. That's how it functions, right? So you have to pay your house bills and you don't maybe get so much BAföG or whatever. But I think just think about the future, where you want to go, and maybe there's a point in your life where you have maybe a little bit more money to invest in it. But yeah, I'm also not a money advisor. The only thing I know is it's hard. I know it's hard, because especially when you're a student. And I'm honest. When I went to Oslo, you have to have, you have to have some money to also pay the rent. And there's also Auslands-BAföG, so BAföG you can take for abroad, but it's not enough. So what I did, because my parents didn't have the money, I'm honest, I went to, I don't know what it calls now, but I borrowed money. And I thought, I know I'm gonna give it back, but I need it right now. And I did, and I could pay it back. I don't say that you have to do it. It's just what I did, because if I didn't have the money, I couldn't go. And I didn't have this nice experience. And this is what it is. Money rules the world, right? And this is always how it has been. And I hope you will reach one day that you can pursue your passions.
Okay, Graham, we got one for you as well.
Does anyone else have a question? Yeah, so I was going to ask, I think that you mentioned that earlier about having like lots of eyeballs on you and what you're doing, but also talking about lots of really cool stuff that you're working on now. What was the process like of turning kind of reach and people being aware of you in that virality into something kind of tangible? How did you get there? What was the process like for you?
You mean that people knew me and...
Well, it's one thing when people know who you are or follow you on Instagram, but you've kind of turned that into something that's like much bigger. So what was that process for you? How did you kind of approach that?
I think in the beginning it was it was a turning mindset for me. So I knew these eyes are positive eyes. But I was not ready yet. I need to evolve this to be confident and take everything in. And right now, I'm totally fine. It's just like, and I love to talk to people. People is beautiful, and if I get more used to it, I can turn it also to something better. And right now I'm at that point where I'm shifting. I'm not there yet. So I know what I want to do and what I want to give back, for example, but it's just like I'm really aware of myself and I need to take care of my soul. And that's what I learned last year. I need to take care of my soul. This is important. Otherwise, I'm freaking out. So, just a reminder, everyone of us is human. I'm human. I'm shitting every day. You do too. But it's just like, I don't know. Yeah.
Amazing. We got one more question, I think. something simple.
Hey, Oumi.
Hello.
I know, on an emotional note, what do you feel and think as soon as you walk out the door and you put your skates and you just go?
What I feel at that moment? Ooh, I feel like Superwoman. I feel like I have powers. I don't know. Every time when I put on my skate and the music is on, I'm like, okay, bye world, and hello. I don't know where I'm at, but it's just hello space, and it's just away. It's also when I have my headphones and someone is coming to me and want to talk to me, I'm like, what? what do you want? You just, yeah. But I'm so not there. It's just like somewhere else.
Okay, so yeah, once again, I would like to give a big round of applause for the panel tonight, and especially for Oumi, who came here tonight. Super inspired. Thank you. Thank you, Oumi. It's lovely. Yeah, that's pretty much it.